I think it is dead wrong to circumcise your son.
Believe me, when the decision was made, I was not like, I'll do it myself.
Everybody does what they think is best for their kid. Nobody sets out, especially when their kid is first born, to like hurt them.
Very strongly about. I think
we
we
decided
either looks like an aardvark or it looks like Darth Vader's helmet. Hi, it's Daphne Brogdon from Cool Mom, and here's my Momversation topic: circumcision. This is one of the few things in my life that I'm absolutely dogmatic about, and I recently blogged about it on my site. Vlogged about it, and I was sure I was going to get all kinds of flack for it, but I actually got a lot of support for my opinion, which is I think it is dead wrong to circumcise your son. And I'm going to have a little boy soon, and he's going to be intact, and I've always known that. It's something I feel very strongly about. I think it's unnecessary mutilation. It doesn't make any sense to me. And the excuses that people give are, because it's particularly an American thing, you know, we're more into it in America than just about any country, you know, the routine, non-religious practice, so forth. And mind you, I don't think religion is anything to hide behind, because they can also do that for female genital mutilation. But I know that some of you moms might disagree, but I don't care. I think it's wrong.
I gotta tell you, it's really hard to do a video like this when your opinions have already been mocked by somebody else. So I'm feeling a little defensive. Daphne, you probably figured out that my son has been circumcised. My husband is Jewish, and this was something he felt really strongly about. I had done some research. I had read studies that seemed pretty compelling about the increased risk of penile cancer and sexually transmitted diseases in uncircumcised males. Since then, I've read other studies that have cast doubt on the previous studies, but you know, you go with what you know at the time. So that's what I did. Just like, I don't even feel like discussing it now. That's what I did, period.
What a surprise that we have strongly differing viewpoints about circumcision in this little conversation we're having. You know, when I did my research, of course, I came across really strong viewpoints on either side of the issue. At the hospital, they asked us if we wanted him to be circumcised, as they do. I just thought, there is no way. He was so little and totally defenseless and just newborn with his little newborn hands, you know, and I just couldn't imagine allowing anybody to take a knife to any part of him and then go home and like cut him and then go home and treat the wound.
Believe me, when the decision was made, I was not like, I'll do it myself. Let's get the scissors. Yeah. You know, it's something that we decided to do, and we did it, and it wasn't a big deal, and there wasn't really a wound at the end, you know. I wasn't like, oh look, my precious baby's so tiny, I can't wait to mutilate him.
Alice, I'm sorry if I upset you personally, but I do appreciate that you have made a very thoughtful choice. And my launching pad for this recently was because there were some gals at work who were having sons, just had sons, and they didn't seem to think of it at all in a thoughtful way. They were just like, oh, of course we're going to circumcise. You know, it's like, oh, that's what people do, you know, and drive on the right side of the street, or, you know. So that was really kind of like, you're not going to think about it? You're not even going to do a little pro and con here or something?
We agonized over this decision, actually, Daphne, Alice. I kind of wish that I had had the compelling component of just like strong moral conviction or strong cultural ties to one side or the other to help us make the decision, because it was a tough one. In my research, of course, it came up that it was, you know, similar to genital mutilation for little girls, or was a type of genital mutilation. And I thought to myself, you know, actually, if I had a little girl and somebody was coming at my little girl's vagina with a knife, you could put a grizzly bear between me and that person and I would get to them rather than let them touch my child. So why is it different because I'm having a little boy?
I don't buy that analogy at all. Female genital mutilation is specifically designed to remove sexual sensation or reduce it and cause pain. The analogy would be to remove the penis, or, a good portion of it. You can argue that it might cause reduced sexual sensation. I don't know how they show that. As my husband said to me yesterday, the worst orgasm I've ever had was right on the money, and he was circumcised.
I'm sure that all of our boys, circed or non-circed, are going to have wonderful lives and be wonderful people. We might just not have a kumbaya Momversation moment here, because I don't agree with it. I don't get it. I just don't.
Join the Momversation at momversation.com.